Pup. Next day, when Otto was going down to the sea to try and find someone bringing up food, he saw something huge and fat lying on the ice. A seal. He was quite pleased at first because it would be somebody to talk to. But as he got nearer, Otto could see the seal was spotted. What had Claudius said? Spotted seals might be leopard seals, and they are dangerous. Very dangerous. He was so fat he could hardly move, and he was playing a sort of rolling game with himself. Then he saw Otto and waved a flipper. Otto thought he knew that face. He kept moving. Sure enough, it was the pup he had seen before with Claudius, but he was very much bigger now. Otto stopped a little distance away from the seal. The seal was so fat he could hardly move, and even though Otto was no great mover, he reckoned he could get out of the way if it were a leopard seal. "Hello," Otto said. "Haven't I met you before?" "You've passed me before. You didn't talk to me," said the seal. "I'm sorry," Otto said. "I was with Claudius and he was in a hurry. He was hungry." "That sounds like my mother," said the seal. "She taught me to catch fish and look after myself. So now she's gone back to sea to feed herself again. She got terribly thin. Her bones were sticking out." "I can't say the same for you," Otto said. The seal laughed. "No, I got fat very quickly, and as I got fatter, my mother got thinner. It was all the milk I had, you see." "Milk?" said Otto. "What's milk?" "Well, it's what I was fed on," said the seal. "I'm a mammal, you see." "What's a mammal?" said Otto. "Well, I expect you came out of an egg, didn't you, because you're a bird? Well, mammals don't. Seals are the only mammals in Antarctica. My mother told me that, and she stayed with me and kept me warm and fed me on milk until I was big enough to look after myself. That's what I'm doing," said Otto, "waiting to be big enough to look after myself. When I am, I can go to the sea, but at the moment I'm fed by the grown-up penguins who bring fish soup and squid soup and all sorts of nice things." "Oh, I get my own squid and fish now," said the seal. "I may meet you in the sea. Do penguins dive?" "Yes, we have to get our own food," said Otto. "Well, I might pass you one day. My mother says that we are the best divers in the world. We can dive 2,000 feet. How deep can you dive?" "I don't know," said Otto, "but Claudius did tell me that Weddell seals are very good at divers and can dive deeper than us. What's your name? It seems silly to know somebody and not know his name." "My name's Otto." "Well, I haven't got a name," said the seal. "My mother always called me Pup, and that was it." "Well, can I call you Pup?" asked Otto. "Yes, Otto, you do that," said Pup. "Now I want to ask you something. Have you got any teeth?" "Teeth?" said Otto. "I don't think so. What are they?" Pup opened his mouth and showed Otto his teeth. "I need them," he said. "You see, when it's very cold, I come up in the sea and find ice over my head. I have to get air to breathe, so I bite and bite until the ice on the ice until I've made a breathing hole." "Oh, well, I've seen those," said Otto. "Just holes in the ice." "That's right," said Pup. "Well, that's what I have teeth for, because I have to breathe. It's hard work, though, if the ice is very thick." "Yes, teeth do look as though they've been using them a lot," said Otto. "They're all sorts of flat at the top. But then, I don't know what they should be like anyway. So you've been to the sea. Is it fun?" "Oh, yes," said Pup. "I love it. And it's full of food. My mother taught me bit by bit how to catch shrimp and krill and squid, but now I can catch fish as well. She taught me everything I need to know. I do miss her." "I miss Claudius too," said Otto. "He taught me all I know, but he had to go to sea to feed before I had finished growing up." "You were lucky to have your mother until you finished growing up. Anyway, I'd better stop talking and go down to the beach, otherwise there won't be any food left for me. All the other chicks will have got it." "Well, I'll come with you," said Pup. "It's time I got back to sea too. The sea's warmer than the ice." "Really?" said Otto. "Yes," said Pup. So they went down to the beach together, although Otto had to be very patient because Pup was so fat and so slow. When they got there, Pup waved a flipper and disappeared into the sea, and Otto found an auntie to feed him. On the way back to the rockery, Otto thought to himself, "I wish I were a seal." Penguins do take a long time to grow up, but I suppose I'll get used to it.